This episode is brought to you by Kai Vi, kava infused, naturally sourced, non-GMO. In a stressed out world full of uppers and stimulants, Kai Vi proves that more energy isn't always the answer. Drink Kai Vi. This podcast is also brought to you by Aloha Jewels by Rose. Ocean-inspired, authentic, gorgeous gemstone jewelry, handmade. Rose is a computer scientist turned jewelry designer. At Aloha Jewels, you will find personalized jewelry made with the best quality materials and best craftsmanship. This podcast is also brought to you by Dackle, not your average island clothing store. DackleShop.com. Check them out. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the SupaflySua podcast. This is your boy, SupaflySua.
And this is your boy, 2-Foot in the flesh, ready to get this podcast going. Let's go.
Yes, sir. We have a very, very, very special guest. Tonight is a very special night. How should I describe my brother here? Okay, here we go. He is the eyes and ears of Hawaii. He is the connection of all the islands for all on the island and off the island. He is the ultimate Hawaiian social media influencer. Ladies and gentlemen, we have our man, Me Hawaii, in the building.
Everybody, how's it?
All right. It's been a long time, my man.
A long time.
A very long time. No one knows. I was going to say very people know. No one knows. You and I have known each other for a while.
Oh, a long time, man.
We are the classic good friends without ever meeting.
Yeah.
Is our very first time meeting, sir?
Very first time.
Love. And we met back in when we started up on Instagram.
Yeah.
You had your...
Started up about... I believe it was February of 2014.
Ooh, geez.
It's a long time ago.
Long time, man. Long time. So let's go back. Let's go back when Mr. Mean put down Mean Hawaii as his profile name, as his username. Did you think you'd go this far?
Nah. It's actually mind blowing. It's humbling, and ever since I started to this point, I just feel I have this massive responsibility, on my shoulders to be somewhat of the voice of Hawaii, to reach out to people, mainly to help, and of course throw in an occasional ha here and there. Yeah,
of course, man.
Yeah.
How's it? How does it feel to know that? See. I haven't been in the islands for a while. We left back in 2015, but since you started, you've just exploded as like I don't know how. That's why I said social media influencer, because everything goes through your Instagram, all your social media platforms. But it connects everyone. Everyone knows what's going on because of you. Everyone knows where to eat. I'm sitting there like, oh man. When I hear that, I stay over here. I was like, I want to be over there.
Well, he stay.
How's it feel, man? Like, I mean, I'm sure you got people all over. I mean, the island is big, but it's actually small. You get to. I'm sure you meet a lot of people every day.
Sure.
How's that feel, man?
I still feel like the same regular guy, and I never ever once took this to the point of just being big-headed or arrogant. I actually carry him around, like a baby. Yeah, because it's a big responsibility, and I don't like confrontation. I don't like to hurt people, and I just love people. I think, honestly, God, when he instilled that inside of my heart, inside my whole being, to just love, and I'd say the earlier parts of my life, I did a lot of no good stuff, and I know for a fact that God did something to me in my life with my heart. He took my heart and he cleaned it up, and my mind along with my mind. So now, what you see now, what the people see now, this is not who I was like years ago. Totally different. And so now, to me, it is a big deal, but I never, ever walked around with a chip on my shoulder or, like, oh, yeah, bro, Mr. Mean, make way, but, stop the traffic. It ain't gay.
Nah,
never.
Yeah, I mean, Nobody's perfect too.
Yeah.
And like God has like different paths for everybody. So, when you start off with something, then He comes in and play a part in your life. He's always gonna be there.
Always, bro.
Always.
He just guides people throughout their past, throughout their life, and just show them the right way.
That's right.
Yeah, that's good words.
And then like you're a type of guy where everybody wanna like be around. You got that happy soul. Keep everybody on their feet. Just try to put a smile on everybody's face.
Yeah.
I see your man shaking his head over.
He's a hater.
Yeah, he's like,
His best friend is in the studio with us.
Yeah.
He's just so the reason why we even have this podcast is to not to showcase a celebrity, but to also show appreciation, to our guests.
To the guests,
Didn't matter who you are, politician, community leader, celebrity, musician, artist. It doesn't matter.
Rapper.
You're here. You're here because you've done great.
For
Exactly. So I want to personally say thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome
for what you're doing. It may not seem like a lot. You're just posting on Instagram, but for everyone else, especially for us, we haven't been back in the islands for a while. I know a lot of other people who haven't been back for years.
Yeah.
And they're scrolling through your Instagram like, oh man, I remember that place. Yeah, that's right. And so you bring that connection, you connect everyone back, to the islands. Doesn't matter what race, we're all different.
Oh yeah.
On that big melting pot of the island, but still we all have the same connection and through you, like it's amazing. So thank you for that.
Yeah.
Thank you for doing that, man. I appreciate it.
Got you guys.
Let's break down your DNA, because I know a lot of people don't know who is mean Hawaii. We looking Hawaiian, Samoan. I know we got a little Samoan in there. what we looking at?
Actually, I'm mostly Samoan.
Gee.
But and then I used to travel a lot to Samoa when my parents were alive, and then I used to actually speak fluent Samoan. But when we moved to Hawaii, I hang out with the brothers. So my parents never really like spoke to me, or I would hear them here and there, but not really. I gotta learn. I gotta keep it going. So when I lost it, really wanted it back. So I started reading Tuspaia and all that kind of trying to get them back. Because I actually wanted to get my native tongue back, because I wanted to speak to my parents, in the language, and of course the elders, and just
respectful.
Respect. So I got a little back.
There you go.
Good enough to survive, but this guy.
So you were born?
Yeah, I was born here at Kapila. Oh no, I was born on Oahu. We're in Vegas.
That's right.
Hello. Yeah, I was born over there.
Gotcha. And you raised what part of the island?
Most of my life was in Whitmore Village. That's why I claim Whitmore Village. Yeah, that's why I went to Lelehu High School and all that. But when I was real young, I was we was living in Kalihi Valley.
Jeez.
Yeah.
That's us.
Kalihi Valley.
That's us. Camp 4?
I went Kaliuka Elementary.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Yeah, man. So there's a lot going on in the islands, man. Keeping you busy over there, keeping you up to date. The recent falling of our two Hawaii's finest. You being over there. I mean, us watching it, through your Instagram and through your news, it's really sad. I saw, was it the Honolulu Fire Department? All came
paying
out
tribute,
to Officer Tiffany. How's the atmosphere when that happened out there? That was sad, man.
Yeah, it was not only sad. It was a lot of pain and confusion and anger, and it was just a lot. The atmosphere is just loaded with confusion, and of course, everybody's like, "Why? Yeah. This guy was losing it long time ago. Why you guys never do something like long time ago?
Take action
long time ago, but it's too late already."
Prayers to their family,
for real,
for everyone affected, and also to the first responders, because that's life. I mean, that they sign up to do that. That's their servant. Being a public servant, it's not easy.
Thank you for their service.
That also reminds me of the post you recently put up of you and your daughters. following the tragic news with Kobe.
Yeah.
How did that hit you?
There's a lot of things going on the internet. I see hoaxes here and there. I just less than a month ago, I saw something about The Rock dying, and I had to research that real. Yeah, and then Celine Dion. I was like, "What the heck is going on?"
I felt the same way about this one.
Yeah. So when I saw my wife goes, "Oh look, hon, Kobe, he died." I was like, "Nah, that's a hoax."
Yeah, bro.
And then I looked and I was like, "Bro, this cannot be real." I just, I'm not a Lakers fan. I'm a Spurs fan. Yeah. But when I heard the news, bro, I swear I felt so weak and empty. I was like, bro, I hated him, but I would never wish this on him. And and then I felt for my son Mason, because as a little kid he idolized him, and along with millions of other kids.
We did as well. Yeah.
And to this day, I'm still stunned. Man.
I know, it's
sad, man.
It's just sad.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, he gave 20 years, to basketball.
Yeah.
He was 19 when he started, fresh out of high school, and gave us 20 years. And then what? He's been retired like a year now?
Yeah,
a year or
like
two?
that.
Like,
a year or two.
You know what I mean? That's crazy. So those 20 years, that's a life. You know what I mean? He literally, I'm 29.
Yeah.
So that's basically, exactly. So that's basically my whole life. All I heard was Kobe.
Yeah.
When you shoot a three, what do you say? You
Kobe.
say Kobe. So that's crazy though. And so him being gone, like I'm sure it hit everyone. I mean, to this day, I know everyone is still talking about it, and that's crazy, man.
So stunned, man.
Yeah.
It was just stunning.
Yeah, I definitely had to hug and kiss my girls too, because that's, we're girl dads too.
Yeah, man.
You and I.
Yeah,
girl dads.
Yeah, that's right.
That needs to be a shirt, yo. Hawaiian girl dad.
Yeah, girl dad.
Yeah, man. And being a father, girl, how many daughters do you have?
4.
Oh,
yeah.
I ain't that. You a bigger girl dad? How's it being a girl dad? How's that? How's it being a dad?
Man, it's cool, but just seeing them grow up through the years. They're all like full-grown women now. And
yeah, you have a beautiful family, man.
I just gotta reflect back, and it's kind of hard. I gotta sit down and just actually like pierce back into time, and like I can't even remember when you was a little kid. Everything is a blur. And,
Right.
Yeah. So fast.
Yeah. Another thing, I'm trying to remember. You were on the news back in the day. Back in the day, like probably like last year or something. but this hit me because we grew up in social media together. When we grew up, we did it together, basically around the same time too.
Right.
You and I, and then I saw you on the news helping out Houston.
Oh yeah.
What made you do that? So the hurricanes in Houston. For those who are watching, there's a hurricane in Houston, and Mr. Mean over here, I think he got a van or a truck or something, and then you were gathering up donations for Houston. From Hawaii to Houston, what made you think about that?
Like I said, right, I think it's just something that God put in me to just reach out, and I just did it. My wife and I, we started this tour company. We had our own bus, so I used it to gather up donations, a lot of money and stuff, and then we dropped them off to this local church in Waimanalo, and they shipped it out there for whatever. Yeah. Wow, you remember that? That was a long time ago.
You know why I remember that? Because I was like, he made it. For those who are watching and listening, myself and Mean Hawaii here both got into social media around the same time. Or I'm sure you were probably there before, but as Mean Hawaii though, we came in at the same time. So seeing you on the news, like this man here, I was like, what? So I never forgot. I never forget it. And then I was like, oh, he made it. Yeah. Oh, that guy, he made it. And we hit the news too, but I was like later down the road. It's like it was nice to see you do that. It was crazy because I was like, Houston. I was like, I don't know if you had family there, but like for you to do that, man, that's mean aloha.
Yeah.
Mean aloha. So
the other day someone randomly DM'd me, and he said to me, I don't know if you know Jesus, but it shows all over you.
Ooh.
So, bro, I was so touched.
Ooh. Somebody DM that to me. I need that one.
I had to screenshot that because I was like, ooh. And I was like, hun, I told my wife, hun, look, you see that? I told you can tell people about Jesus without even mentioning his name.
Yeah,
it's the way you love people.
That's right.
That's how you gonna know that you love God, is when you love people, even the people who don't love you.
Yeah, just show love.
Right, to me, that moment was the I made it moment.
That's it.
Yeah, because I was like, this is what I was trying to tell people. They're going to know you love God by the way you love others.
Yeah.
And that's it, bro. So glory to God on that one.
That's right, man. That's right. So we've been following you forever, and you get a lot of DMs since, like you mentioned. You know, what's the craziest DM that you received? You know, from people. Not too crazy. Not too crazy. I'm talking about something that was like I don't know, whether it be a story that someone reached out to you for advice or for whatever reason. What's a good DM story in Mean Hawaii's little?
Okay, I'll just choose this one because the other one, it might be a little bit too kind of freak people out, but I deal with a few people that suffer from depression, and they're talking about killing themselves, suicide. So I touch all types of things. I pretty much have my hand in all types of things, like bullying and suicide, depression, and all these things. That I've had kids, thinking about killing themselves, and I give them my number personally, my personal number, and say, "Hey, boy, anytime you need to call me or text me, hit me up anytime. I don't care what time." And that's real because it's just in me. And if say that person were to commit suicide, and I was the last one that could have done something about it, you think I would be able to sleep at night knowing that
he went personally to you,
personally to me, right? These kids, bro.
They're looking at you and counting on you to help them with their depression.
Yeah, even adults. I won't mention no names, but even this firefighter reached out to me and said, "Hey, I made a post on I think it was a suicide hotline." He's like, "Hey, thank you for this," and because I get. When you look at his pictures on his Instagram page, you cannot tell because he's smiling. Wow. And then I give him my personal number and say, "Bro, anytime, I'm telling you right now, you text me, call me, we can hang out, talk story, we eat, whatever." If I'm the last resort, I'm gonna do something. Yeah.
Because there's a lot of people out there that they put up a smile, they act, like everything's all right, but deep down, shit, they're going through some stuff.
They're hurting.
Yeah, bro.
They're hurting, bro. I'm telling you, man. And I can't say that I know what they're feeling, but I've experienced depression to where I thought of bro, I don't be around.
Wow.
As on kid.
Oh, as a kid.
Yeah, as on kid, long time ago. That was
How did you overcome that?
Yeah.
It was we were living in Kaneohe, and I think I was in the 5th grade.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's
Yeah, so I was at home one day, and then I just, this deep depression just fell over me, and it was so dark. And then at that moment, no joke, God is my witness, this was a supernatural moment. I just felt God reach down from heaven and shoo away the darkness, and I was like, wow, it was amazing,
just felt
it's
just left.
Yeah, it was, prior to that, it was so dark and it was heavy, I could actually feel it on me. So I have an idea of what deep depression is. But at that moment, I wanted to die.
Wow, 5th grade.
5th grade, bro.
Yeah, bro.
I can't imagine that.
Unreal. I still remember.
You still remember? That's good. It's also good for the people watching and listening to know, because they look on your page too and this is the happy guy. It's Mean Hawaii, but it's good to know that you've been through it too.
Oh yeah,
had a taste of that, and of course it shows that you've overcome it.
Yeah,
and then, I'm sure a better man, stronger man for it.
You overcome it, and then now you get to help other people.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Just pass the torch, bro. And hopefully when my time is up here on Earth, when I clock out, we'll get some other Mr. Means.
Yeah,
Mrs. Means.
Yeah.
You know, Superfly, just pass the torch, man. Just keep it going. Just keep it going. Yep. Keep rolling.
Continue the legacy. Yeah.
That's it.
You're also a big family man. I love being a family guy, but you're a big family guy. For those out there who are husbands or new husbands,
Yeah.
you know, you and your wife's relationship, you have a very. I mean, you don't show her too much, which is all your business, but when you do show her, the words that you use to describe her is very, you really love this woman.
Oh yeah, I love her. My wife now, she came into my life at probably the lowest time in my life.
Wow.
And the darkest time. And to this day, I look at her in awe, and I ask myself, how could you love somebody like me? And she's still here. So when I post stuff about her, I think sometimes people think, they probably think I'm making it up, because it just sounds like not real.
Yeah.
But it's true.
It must be new then.
It must be new.
It must be new because you've been doing this. Anytime I see your wife's picture of all the captions, deep. I'm like, this guy.
Yeah, my wife, she doesn't like to, be shown much like that.
Of course, that's good.
Yeah,
that's fine.
But behind the scenes, she's my number one supporter.
Wow.
And like I said, long ago when me in Hawaii was at 10,000 followers, someone hacked my page and it was gone.
No.
And then I told my wife, yeah, well, it was fun while it lasted. And she was like, So she got on the internet, started doing her magic, and she got it back. And
for real?
Yeah.
We're all grateful for that.
She got them back.
For that.
Yeah, but that's a real one.
Yeah.
That's great. How long have you guys been married now together?
I'm going to get lickings. I'm trying to remember. Okay, we were married on Cinco de Mayo, 5/5/12. Yeah, 2012.
Nice.
Yeah. I got to get that right. Sorry, honey. I love you.
He said, I'm
looking at the camera like, oh, man, that's cool, man. That's great. That's like I said, following you through the years, you exploded, man. All the jokes, even the funny videos he puts up. And then another thing I noticed, when this guy get mad.
Sorry. I get angry.
Hey, you guys over there, you guys bullying and stuff. You better stop it. He's gonna reach out to the phone and just smack you. I was like, somebody made him mad.
Yeah, I never realized. Well, long ago I had this anger problem, man.
No way, really?
Yeah,
Talk about that. What? I can't see you with an anger problem.
Yeah, plenty guys. Exactly. That's why I was. Who you guys see now is not who I was.
Wow.
And I was short fuse, man. And I got into trouble before. I went to jail, everything. And one of the programs was I had to do anger management, and I learned a lot through it. But it took years to actually tame the anger in me. And long ago, I used to always take it out on the basketball court.
For real?
That's why plenty of people know me from basketball, and that was the real Mr. Mean. I was super mean, man. You don't know how to play basketball? Get out of here! Get out of here! I'm calling cops. Call them. Call them.
I can't imagine any of that, yo. I can't imagine. Any of
so
that.
you played more basketball back then?
Oh yeah, back in the day, that was my first love, man. I loved that more than women.
Oh wow!
I was addicted. I was on
Ball is life.
Ball is life was life. Yeah, basketball. I used to run leagues in Wahiwa and all kinds of stuff, but it consumed a lot of my life, and
but it kept you it kept you healthy and stuff,
yeah. Actually, I used to smoke a lot and drink a lot, so yeah, I don't know.
I mean, but yeah, it just had you do something kept
Yeah. Keep moving.
Oh well, hey, good. Good thing there's change. The good thing there's a
change is good.
Change is good, and that's another advice for those who are out there. Second chances.
Yeah,
it's a very big deal. Forgiveness is a very big deal. Yes. Seeing a person today, you can't. It's hard to. I mean, it's so easy to push people back. Just off the top of my head, I mean, there's a lot of even celebrities out there who are being criticized for tweets they made 10 years ago. It's like, I'm not the same person, and that's a totally different guy.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, change is good, and it's good to know that where you came from.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So it definitely shows, because now you're Mr. Mean and this happy guy, like no one can see being mad, but man, when I'm scrolling through and I see you mad, yo. He has I don't know what it was, but it was like his Carolina hat. Hate the Panthers. I hate the Panthers. Anytime he's mad, I think he's always wearing the Panthers hat. Hey, you guys bullying over there? You stop it. Stop it. I was like, who's this guy talking to? Oh man. I know you've been doing this since 2014. What story have you that just got your mind blown since you've been Mr. Mean Hawaii? And I know you probably have hundreds and thousands of stories that come through DMs or news just in general in Hawaii. Wasn't that just like that just blew your mind, or something that just never left you, that really put a
let me see. Let me zero in on this one. Well, this is the first time I ever witnessed this through social media, especially coming to me. But there was this murder on the North Shore, and I believe her name was Thelma. But these people, I think they went to rob her in the house, and they ended up murdering her. And this is what was trippy. I believe it was her boyfriend or her husband. He sent a video to me, and he was crying, and he was like, "Somebody just murdered my wife," and he was crying. I thought he was joking, and I kept watching him, and I was like, I don't think this guy's joking. He goes, I forget what was the amount, but he said, I got $50,000 cash if anyone can show me, tell me. And I was like, what? This guy's crying for real. So I kept watching him, and I was like, wait a minute, I was just going to put him out there. I posted it, and there's just a flood of followers just following the story, and it ended up being a real life story. Wow, no way. Policemen, the chase. I stayed from the first post throughout the chase to Mililani, from the North Shore to Mililani. So these people, nonchalant, they just murdered somebody, and they went to watch a movie at the Mililani theaters.
Wow, how you watch a movie?
Dude, I was like, you serial? Wow. You guys just murdered this woman. You guys gonna watch movies? Unreal. So that was stunning because of that, it was faster than the news. So I think that's where I started getting attention. Like, bro, this is the go-to guy. He's the traffic, shootings, killings, anything, GoFundMe's, whatever, what have you. It just exploded into what it is now. But that one was like, because I stayed on it, like, bah, 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 bah.
Yeah.
And everybody was following it all the way to the end till they got arrested.
Wow.
Yeah,
they murdered who? They murdered.
It was. I believe her name is Thelma. I believe she was a housekeeper. Not too sure, but she was cleaning one of those houses. So these guys broke in, and I guess they was expecting money or something. But there's nothing. So
there's always nothing, guys. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
No one ever just leaves money in the house.
Dude, come on, man. Yeah. So it was horrible, and it was horrible. Bro.
How long did it take them to catch them?
Within the night, like few hours from the time I posted it.
They were in the movies.
They was watching movies, bruh.
Let's just pull over and look like we're normal people.
Dude, that was crazy. And then, as I was posting, people just kept. They just know. The people knew already. Like, me in Hawaii is a place to go. Just send them to him, and he gets it out to the mass. So as soon as they send it to me, I'm just an extension of them. Boom, and
there you go.
So all the way to where the cops was like, So that's why I say when I said that I feel I have a big responsibility. Hawaiians would say kuleana. It's a responsibility to be the voice. So I always tell the people this, that although it seems that I'm the eyes and ears of Hawaii, you guys are the eyes and ears of Hawaii. And when you guys send it to me, all I am is an extension of all you guys. It's like teamwork. So, and let me put this on the record. All the good that I do, I'll let everybody know, the entire world know now, that the glory is God's.
Amen.
And I'm telling you guys this with strength, with my all, because all of this was brought to me, he gifted me this stuff, so I cannot mess this up.
Yeah. Yeah, for real.
Yeah. Straight up.
This episode is brought to you by Kai Vi. Kava infused, naturally sourced, non-GMO. In a stressed out world full of uppers and stimulants, Kai Vi proves that more energy isn't always the answer. Drink Kai Vi. This podcast is also brought to you by Aloha Jewels by Rose. Ocean-inspired, authentic, gorgeous gemstone jewelry, handmade. Rose is a computer scientist turned jewelry designer. At Aloha Jewels, you will find personalized jewelry made with the best quality materials and best craftsmanship. This podcast is also brought to you by Dackle, not your average island clothing store. DackleShop.com. Check them out. That's crazy. Yeah, I mean, you bringing that up as well. Even with our videos, me and my family videos. Me and Hawaii was our number one guy. Like you said, me and Hawaii and myself, we've known each other for years. And that was before we had this whole family. So when we did have this family, and Issa and I, and our girls started putting these videos out, me and Hawaii was always the very first one. It's like, click.
Yes.
Me and Hawaii already got it. I was like, what? Every single time. So even with our followings and our videos, got out fast, especially within our people, because of you. Like, you're always putting on. And I want to say thank you on behalf of my wife, my girls, my son, and myself. And I want to appreciate you. And I want to say thank you for that, because you really did help a lot. We didn't have as much followers back then.
You guys exploded. Exploded.
Exactly. You definitely did. So when you post, and it's not just our family videos, it's literally anything, related to, music, or talents that, and you definitely see it, because boom, me and Hawaii just did it.
Yeah.
So, me and Hawaii just reposted. I was like, but I just posted it a second ago. I was like, well, me and Hawaii got it. You posted it. I was like, man, so, that love and aloha, it's like, you're really, like, that responsibility you have, to Hawaii, to our people on and off the island, right. Really appreciate that. Really grateful for you. And what's crazy is, like, no one else is doing it. Yeah, we got the news, but I mean, they're on the clock too. Yeah. You stay on 24 hours. My man posted on Christmas, on New Year's, Thanksgiving. He's sitting there with his food. I love it, man. I appreciate it.
Yep.
That's crazy. So is how I say this? What? So you're really big on helping people out, of course, with depression and stuff like that. Is there anything any words of wisdom you'd like to give generally, I mean, you already gave us some words of wisdom for those who are struggling with depression on that, but any words of wisdom for those who are trying to make it in life, trying to make that come up, or a decision they need to do, or something? Do you have any words of wisdom for those? Advice for life in general? Right.
For those of you out there who are trying to find that niche, or trying to strike that algorithm, I've told a few people this. Just be yourself. You don't need to copy anybody. There's already a SupaflySua. Don't. Yeah. There's already a Mr. Bean. Don't be a Mr. Bean. There's just one of you, bro. Just be you. And back in the day, we used to use this word called bite. Bite. Be biting my style, dog. But just be you. Bite. Just be you. Don't sell out. I've had offers from companies that sell certain stuff that is controversial. They would pay me a pretty penny for it, for me to push it and advertise it and put my stamp on it, like, this is all right. To me, that's a sellout. If I believe in something, I'm gonna run with it. And and not just people gonna know that's not you anyway. They can tell when you actually love them or when you faking stuff. So I'm not gonna put my stamp of approval on something I don't agree with.
And you got a pretty good stamp, my man.
Yeah,
the Mean Hawaii stamp. That's a really good stamp.
So this right here, just letting you guys know this Superfly, this guy right there, this right
stay
here
over here.
This right here is Mean Hawaii approved, bro. I'm telling you.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you. Yeah. So for when we started this podcast, I don't know if you know this, but Tufa and I, we were in the garage mixing kava, just sitting there talking, and we had questions. I was like, no one's doing it. No one's interviewing our guys, because we love podcasts. We listen to other podcasts, out there, and other radio shows out there, but no one's doing our guys. Like, I want to know deep. I want to go deep. I want to know how they grew up. Their struggles, all that stuff. I want to, and we didn't have any of that, so we told ourselves, hey, why not? Let's try it. Let's try it. We just moved here to Las Vegas. Tufa's from Hawaii. I'm from Alaska. We just moved here, and we were like, all right, let's try something. Let's do something. So we went out and we reached out to a select few of our close friends and family, and we were asking for donations. We're like, hey, is there anything you can do to help out? Mr. Mean over here is one of those beautiful selected few. Mr. Mean over here is the reason why we have what we have here as well. I want to say thank you for that, sir. No, so when he puts his stamp, he really did put his stamp on here. So the mics that we're talking on, the laptop, being in this building, Mr. Mean has a fingerprint on that as well, and we're very grateful. Now we're just waiting for that kind of t-shirts.
Yeah,
so you can send I got that.
We're gonna light up this room with some the kind.
Let's go. I love it.
Yeah,
I love it, man. I love it. Anything you see in the future with Mr. Mean? I mean, I know you're emceeing, which is amazing because your voice is amazing. You got that personality, you got the voice. You know what I mean? You're very outgoing, so I love that. But what's the future looking like to you, if you're even looking?
Right now, I'm taking it day by day. There's a lot going on.
There's a lot.
emceeing, helping out casting companies with movies.
Ooh.
And yeah.
Hello.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Hi, my name is Sam.
Yeah. So, I got all these things going on, but I'm actually really looking into the big screen, like voiceovers.
He's good.
Acting.
You'd be good at that.
Stuff like that.
Has there been anyone that reached out to you that wanted you on their commercial or their TV shows or stuff like that?
I have this one guy. You guys might know him. His name is Kelemeke, and big DJ. That guy is huge.
Yeah.
So he's the one coaching me. He's giving me all the advice on how to do this and do that. He took my vitals, height and weight and stuff. So he's a full-time actor. So he's spreading the word about me with his agent and stuff like that.
That's good.
So a small
cast, my man, Mr. Mean. You get the whole demographics of the islands.
Everything, one crack.
And actually, this is another question I forgot to ask you earlier. It's way off topic, but we're talking about cast. What is your first job? What was your very first job? Do you remember? And how much did you get paid?
Okay, we're going way
I'm
back.
I'm not trying to age you. But
okay, so I believe, and I've mentioned this before, that majority of my life was living in Whitmore Village, and that's in the middle of the pineapple fields. So me and my best friend, I believe our very first job was picking pineapples for the dough company.
Let's go.
Yeah, we were pineapple pickers, bro. I think I know, dog.
Yo,
I don't even know how much he was getting paid. I don't know if it was like $5 an hour or something.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, but that was our very first job. I remember I had to get a working permit because I think I was maybe 14. You had to be at least 15. And so we were picking pineapples.
My man, that's good to know.
Was that in the summertime? Or
summertime. Sometimes we would work night shift. Night shift.
I was working day shift. He was working night. Then I transferred to night. And our crew.
Night shift.
Yeah,
nothing scary out there.
He couldn't get.
Turn on the lights and stuff.
They have this they have this truck and there's a boom on it. It's like a conveyor belt. So this is like the belt. This table right here is like the belt, and we're all behind it, and it rotates like. So say this is the pineapple, it would go, and it would go in the truck. So we're in the aisles and we're picking the pineapples, and then we're putting it on the conveyor belt, and it goes into the truck. But that's all you can see is where the light is at in the dark. So we don't know what's out there in the darkness.
Ooh, since we went there, and since you're out there on that side of the island, I'm sure you got a ghost story for us, sir.
Ghost stories.
Hawaiians and ghost stories, yo. I know you got one for us.
Okay, I have a few, but let me go back to when I was a little kid in Kalihi Valley.
Let's go.
This is the very first time, and I know there's a lot of people who don't believe in whatever it is, but I saw this with my very own eyes, own eyes. So it was late at night. The phone was ringing. It was dark, and I was like, man, nobody gonna answer the phone. So I got up, turned on the hallway light, and in the living room, it's dark, and the phone is in the living room. And as I walked to the living room, I was like, "Oh, who's that?" And there's this guy in the room, but he's like super bright. I don't know. I don't think it was an angel, but I was just like, "Who the heck is that?" And then it was like brighter than this light kind. It was illuminating. Like I don't know what he was doing, but he was
glowing or something.
It was just some steady brightness. Like it wasn't pulsating or anything, but it was trippy because I wasn't scared. I was just looking at him like.
You only could see like his figure, or could you see
his figure? And I was wondering, what you doing over here? So I don't know if I was the only one who could see him, but then that's part of. Okay, since you started this,
I'm gonna make sure there's scary music playing for this one.
So since you started this, as God, He gives us we have certain gifts. So that is one of them where I can actually see stuff, and it happened from when I was a little kid, but I never was scared. But it's trippy when I do see them because it's not something you see every day.
Yeah.
Oh, brother, what you doing over there?
So you be seeing them?
Yeah,
Growing up and
all the way to like now, kind.
Bro.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, listen to this one. Okay, let's go back. Let's go back to
Kalihi. I'm getting goosebumps. Tuvo, I'm getting goosebumps.
Let's go back to Kalihi Valley again. But
Why?
this is everything is in Kalihi Valley.
Be careful, Kalihi. Be careful.
So I've never been hunting before for boars. There's a lot of boar hunters in Hawaii and back on Oahu. Yeah, everywhere. So a friend of mine I met through Instagram, he invited me. So we went to this place in Kalihi Valley. So as we walking through the trails, I was like, wow, looks like it was an old Hawaiian village. You can see the rocks all piled up and there's moss growing on it. So it's been there for a while. So as we walking, just sitting down, taking a break. And then I turn I look to my left, just looking. I mean, it's just automatic, you look if there's pigs or whatever. And I was just amazed at the structures that was built long. You can tell it's ancient. And all of a sudden, I see this little girl in a white dress, and I was like, "What the heck?" And then my friend goes, "What you look at that?" I goes, "The little girl over there." He goes, "Nah, no make, bro." And I goes, "No, for real, bro. Got a little girl right there. She wearing one dress. I don't know what she's doing over there." And he was all freaked out and scared, and I was like, "Oh, you know what? I shouldn't be telling people this. They're gonna freak, they're gonna freak out." And some guys cannot accept it, they cannot receive it. But I see what I see, and I ain't gonna make it up.
Yeah,
I think my word is all right, since
No, I know, and there's people out there like I've always known there were people out there like you, but it's crazy to actually meet someone who's like,
yeah, and I've never been scared, so. And it's weird because when I was looking at her, she was looking at me, and I was wondering, why would you be here in this old Hawaiian village with a white dress on? So this is a part of what goes on with me, like when I get into situations like that, I guess in a spiritual realm, it's different. Something could be, a lifetime can be explained to you in a split second without saying one word. So I was looking at this girl, and then I was like, I got the story, the reason why she's in a white dress. And it's kind of, I believe the story is this, that I don't know if you like put this on your podcast, but
Okay, let's do it.
She may have been abducted. Somebody would take her over there, because why would she be over there?
Yeah.
That's an old Hawaiian village.
Oh,
Who wears dresses?
Oh, shit.
Yeah, so okay, come on. There's a lot of places around the island, that people go missing. You don't know where they stay.
Yeah.
So imagine that. There's shallow graves all around the place, and nobody know. People disappear. You never find them. And
that's why, like,
oh shit.
Yeah.
I'm blown. No, like I believe it. I believe it. It's just like it trips me out when I'm face to face with someone who has that gift, and I do believe it's a gift. I do believe that it's a gift. No, not everyone has it. Well, that's crazy.
Yeah, I got so much stories, but
do they talk? Do they ever talk? I mean, not talk. I know they don't talk, but do you ever feel
them trying to talk?
a message coming from any of them?
All right, so let me go to this one dream, this specific dream. This guy that I went to school with long ago, he came to me in my dream, and he came to me and he had blood coming from his head, and I goes, his name is Keith K.L.O. I goes, hey, what's up, Keith? Bro, you're right or what? And he didn't say one word in my dream, so it was like communicating like our minds, and he was trying to reach out to somebody, and I said, oh, you trying to tell somebody something, but you cannot? Yeah. And he goes, and he has I think why he get blood on his head. So I wake up from the dream, and I find out later on that he died of an aneurysm. And he died of an aneurysm, and I explained the blood on his head in my dream. But he came to me, and I was like, wow, this is trippy, bro.
That's crazy.
I bet you felt like you were psychic, at that time.
Yeah, it's trippy. And then I actually shared the message with the person, and this person was crying because they were in love at one time, and she believed everything I said. And I was like, I'm just a vessel, so I was passing. She needed closure.
Yeah.
And bro, it's trippy.
That's trippy. I'm more tripped out that you're the one that, you know what I mean? Like these stories, I believe stories. I believe the stories, but to actually talk to someone who actually witnessed it and like, no, it's what I go through. That's crazy. That's amazing, man.
Yeah. So that was me before I was Mr. Mean. So that comes with it, I was that before this.
Of course. So, I mean, growing up with that.
I'm positive that I'm not the only one.
Oh no.
Guarantee.
I've always heard the stories. I've always heard of these people that have that. It's amazing. Mr. Mean is one of them. If you guys ever see this guy out in public, ask for one ghost story and keep it moving. just one, and then keep it moving. That's crazy. That's awesome. What an amazing blessing and gift from God. Yeah, because that's what it is. That's what it is.
And you said it's with you all the way till like now.
Yeah,
you still got that now. Wow. Yeah. You're not scared. You never.
No, not scared. Crazy. I guess that's why he gave it to me. I'm not scared.
Me. I couldn't do that. The moment a bird flies over, I'm out. Oh.
Treat.
Who sent this bird over here? Get in. Turn off the light.
Go sleep. Everybody
go sleep right now. I love that, man. Well, hey, like I said, I want to thank you. Thank you for everything.
Yeah.
I'm seeing him in the flesh. For those who don't ever see him in the flesh, and for those who do, can attest, you are an amazing man. Very handsome man. Charismatic.
Glory to God. Glory.
No. But you're a great guy. I've known you through social media, which I mean, nowadays I love it. This is the positive side of social media. People can reach out to you when they're feeling depressed. People can reach out to you easy. With a click on a phone. and me and you, I mean, I feel like we've been friends for the longest.
Yeah.
I feel like we grew up together, you know. But what's crazy is like this is our very first time meeting, and I felt like I've known you forever.
I know, same here.
You know what I mean? I love it.
Amazing.
I love it. And so I want to thank you for everything you've done over the years. I'm excited for what the future has for you. You know, for all of us, but especially for you. And you really do have Hawaii on your shoulders. You know, everyone's watching you. They're also counting on you, like you said, that responsibility. Yeah. You know, and I'm sure, you know, on behalf of them all, thank you. You know, I mean, how many times I see wildfires on your Instagram? I'm like, who's lighting up these fires?
I know, man.
He's like, hey, I'll stay over here. I'll fire over there. I was like, where's this guy at? Like, I don't know what you do for work, but you are everywhere. I was like, how's everybody? Another fire over here. I was like, this guy. But yeah, man. So I'm very grateful. I'm so happy that you're even here. I'm so happy.
Glad to be here. I'm proud of you, Sam. Proud of you. You done came up, son.
Nah.
You done came up.
Like I said, me and Hawaii has a fingerprint on this podcast, on the studio with the both of us here. I'm grateful for that. Grateful for you sharing our family to the world. You know what I mean? And getting us out there. It's all you. Thank you very much. You were here in Vegas with your family not too long ago. You know, and we try to get you on, but I'm like, no, family first. I don't want you to stress over. Just go do your family stuff. And then when you left, I was like, all right, next time. No worries, it's next time. Oh,
this worked out perfect, bro.
I'm sitting in bed, like looking over. All I see is, like, is it? I'm in Vegas. Let's go. Got him. Yeah. He's back. So so I'm so happy you're here. He and I were very excited. He was working early today. Like, oh, did he hit back? Are we going to do it? You know. And so we were excited for this, man. Yeah. The first time and this time. So I'm very grateful. Thank you so much. Mm-hmm. Any departing words for anyone out there listening? Anything you want to wrap this up with?
Okay, I'd like to wrap this up with this. This right here, this podcast right here is the pivotal point. This is the pivotal point right here. Jeez. This is a turnaround time right here. Jeez. Point of access right here for this podcast right here, because I plan on helping these guys out and bringing other celebrities when we come up here, and I'll just try to reach out to these guys and just help this thing grow. Appreciate it. This is something positive. I love it, and I actually wanted to start my own podcast too, but I probably can do them back at home. But when I'm up here, guess where I'm going?
Yes, sir.
Right here. Over here. I stay over here.
I stay over here. Who sings that? Who did that for you?
Which on the song?
I stay over here. Yeah.
They're called Sons of Yeshua.
Thank you, Sons of Yeshua.
They're Christian people, and they have songs hitting on the radio now because of the Mauna and stuff.
Oh
like
yeah,
but they're the ones who made my theme song.
Oh, shout out to you guys!
Yeah,
anytime I hear that, I get ready. Right,
get ready.
Where he at? Right? Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you, Mr. Mean, for being here and blessing the studio.
Thank you guys for having me.
You guys have a great one. Peace, love, blessings. Spread love, not hate.
Yeah, kidding.